Good evening, friends. Welcome to the PANSIGHT webinar. Let me start the slideshow right away. And assume slide is visible and I'm audible. Beware of crooked people. That is today's topic. And this is my own quote. Crooked people can ruin your physical well-being, that is physical health, mental well-being, emotional well-being, and financial well-being. They can drive you to commit suicide. Is this clear? Do you agree? If you agree, put A in the chat box. So this topic is extremely important. Okay, well, extremely, I use the word extremely important. Don't take it lightly. Many people have committed suicide because of the crooked people. Srimaran Nayarji, endukondo ningade picture kuda idil keri varunu. I don't know why, even though I spotlighted. Okay, right now I spotlighted. Okay. Jawaharlal Nehru's words. Facts are facts and will not disappear on account of your likes. My dear friends, please remember this. Facts are facts. They don't disappear because of your likes or dislikes. Statutory warning. If you are allergic to facts and truths, please leave this session immediately. Today, if you are not open-minded, you won't like what I'm going to say. But whatever I say, it will be based on facts. My mission: entertain, educate, enlighten, and empower. Always my webinars are based on FAQ, facts, anecdotes, that is stories, real life stories or mythological stories, then quotations. There are many books on crooked thinking, crookedness, manipulation. Crooked people, they are very good at manipulating others. Fraud, again, all this cyber crime committed by people who are crooked. A person who is crooked, the synonyms: dishonest. People who are dishonest, they are crooked. People who are corrupt, they are crooked. Corrupt doesn't mean always politicians. Doctors. Plenty of doctors are corrupt. I said plenty, not all. Then untrustworthy people, fraudulent, immoral, unethical, cunning, shameless. So far, is it clear? If it is clear, put C in the chat box. Okay. Thank you. Binduji, thank you. Now I'm going to ask you a simple question. I'll be showing some pictures. All I expect is in the chat box, when I show a picture, put whether that person, if that person is crooked, put C. Not crooked, NC. That's all. Crooked, C. Not crooked, NC. just to make it interesting as well as enlightening. That is Lalu Prasad Yadav, former Chief Minister of Bihar. Let me see whether you think he is crooked or okay. Pratapji, Induji, crooked. Okay, fine. Thank you. And when you say that is crooked or non-crooked, you must have some facts or evidence subsequently to substantiate. Okay, Santosh, thank you. Because my talk is based on evidence, facts and evidence. Rajiv Gandhi, former Prime Minister. C or NC? NC, NC, NC. Okay, NC. Many people have put NC. Okay. Yogi Adityanath, current Chief Minister. He has been the Chief Minister for nearly 7 years. C or NC? Okay, NC, Shashimarji. Okay. Villanji, C, correct. Okay. Then Pratapji, NC. Ramachandran, C. Ramendran. Subsequently, you must be prepared to give evidence that would support your statement. He is crooked. Okay. Then Nityananda, crooked or non-crooked? Let me see what the response is. Okay, crooked. Rajiji, crooked. Crooked. Okay. Leader of the opposition, Rahul Gandhi. Okay. Crooked, crooked, crooked. Not crooked. Shivamarji, not crooked. Roy Chirianji, crooked. Okay. Vijay Mallya, the former CEO of Kingfisher Airlines. Crooked. Shashimarji. Ramendran, crooked. Roy MC, crooked. So far, do you find it interesting? Is it an interesting exercise? If it is interesting, put I in the chat box. Because I spend a lot of time to choose these pictures. Okay, Vilashnaji, okay. Yeah. I don't want to give a lecture, a theory, this one. This one is interactive. Okay, Santoshji. Okay, thank you. This is the former CEO of ICICI Bank, CHANDA KOCHHAR. Roy Chiranji, corrupt. Vilashnaji, corrupt. Okay, Ramendran, corrupt. Okay. Shivamarji, corrupt, corrupt. Okay. Then Amitabh Bachchan, host of Kaun Banega Crorepati. Not corrupt. Roy Chirianji. Okay, Vilhaji, not corrupt. Rajiji, corrupt. Anybody else? What happened? He is known to everybody in this forum. Everybody knows him. Give me your opinion. Corrupt or non-corrupt? Why are you hesitating? Okay, Binduji, corrupt. No, corrupt. Okay, now to the best of my knowledge, in these 8 people, well, only one person who is not tainted with any charges of corruption or any charges of something which is what a person who is crooked does. Only one person, not only corruption. That is Yogi Adityanath. Lalu, Rajiv Gandhi, Nityananda, Amitabh Bachchan, Chanda KOCHHAR, Vijay Mallya, Rahul Gandhi. Crooked. I take the responsibility to explain later. My dear friends, I will provide facts and evidence. Indisputable facts. Indisputable means you cannot dispute. They are strong. Something like a smoking gun evidence. Sashimarji knows. If somebody is killed and you find a gun, smoking gun, and the bullet, everything matches, and the fingerprint on that gun also matches with the accused, that is called smoking gun evidence. Is it clear? If it is clear, put C in the chat box. I'm going to present smoking gun evidence. Is it clear? If it is clear, put C in the chat box. Okay, Shashimarji. Smoking gun evidence. Not vaguely. Yeah. I think. Oh, I believe. Yeah, I heard. Somebody saying. Yeah, I read. No. Strong evidence. I don't want to lose my credibility. Because my credibility is very important, Rajeev. Thank you. Ratan Tata. Again, C or NC. Ratan Tata. Ratan Tata. I say NC. Ramendran thinks a corrupt. Aha! Ramendra! My goodness. Okay. APJ Abdul Kalam, former President of India. NC or C? NC, Krishnaji, Rajiv, NC. NC, Roy Kiranji, okay. M.S.DHONI, cricket former captain. Again, question same. C or NC? NC, Roy Cherian, NC, anybody else? Dhoni is also a well-known figure. How come only 2 people have responded? Okay, Ramendran, C. What about others? Why are you, okay, Rajiv, NC? Why are you reluctant? Let the answer be wrong. You don't have to feel ashamed. If you give a wrong answer, yeah, nothing to worry. You'll learn. If the answer is wrong, you'll learn. Former president, just like APJ Abdul Kalam, Pratibha Patel. Let me see. Non-corrupt, okay. Krubaji, Roy MCG, corrupt. Santosh, corrupt. Okay. Sachiv non-corrupt. Rajinikanth, the non-crooked, not just corrupt, is crooked C or NC? Rajinikanth. Okay, NC. Rajiv put C. Ramendran again NC. Okay. Ambedkar. Ambedkar. Non-corrupt, Binduji. Okay. Now, for your information, earlier I said that Yogi Adityanath, here, to the best of my knowledge, Ratan Tata, APJ Abdul Kalam, Rajinikanth, Ambedkar, they're not crooked. Dhoni, Pratibha Patel, crooked. I'll give you evidence. Evidence. Dhoni endorsing Pepsi. And he is fully aware of the fact Pepsi is not good for health. Soft drink. And when he endorses, he knows millions and millions of children and youngsters, they will go and buy Pepsi and drink. Because they are hero. They like him. They will blindly believe. Am I right? If I am right, put R in the chat box. So why did he endorse? Crores of rupees. Okay, well, crores of rupees damaging the health of millions of people. Pepsi, another soda. Now do you agree? Now do you agree? That is an aspect of crookedness. If you agree, put A in the chat box. A in the chat box, my dear friends. A, Roy Chiranji. Then comes Pratibha Patel and APJ Abdul Kalam. APJ Abdul Kalam came to Rashtrapati Bhavan with the 2 suitcases. And when he left, he carried the same suitcases, nothing else. Pratibha Patel, she removed 155 artifacts from the Rashtrapati Bhavan. Not 1, 2, 3 or 155 documented. Then Pranab Mukherjee, when he became the president, he sent a notice and recovered everything. She had a family-run school, took all those things for displaying there. Now are you convinced? That is an act of crookedness. No integrity, no honesty. Agree? Put A in the chat box. A in the chat box. These people, many people, you are not aware. I'm not blaming you. I'm not blaming you. I'm not finding fault with you. Yes, I am aware, 100% aware. Long time back, I came across that news. Pranab Mukherjee sent 155 artifacts. And she made many trips when she was a president, nearly some 22 crores or something like that, taking all her family members. Family members. Just like an excursion. Taxpayers' money. What for? Are you convinced? If you are convinced, put C in the chat box. That is no way. Whereas APJ Abdul Kalam, 2 suitcases, some books, nothing else. And when he was working, he never availed any sick leave or annual leave. ISRO. He used to work 7 days a week, just like what this Narendra Modi is doing. 7 days a week. That much of passion, commitment, dedication. Then Rajiv Gandhi. Do you know that Shabano Begum case, a Muslim woman, she was a senior citizen. She fought, and she was awarded alimony of less than 200 rupees per month. Her husband, Ahmad Mohammed Khan, who was a lawyer, who married another woman. All this talak, everything. He didn't want to give her even a single penny. And what did Rajiv Gandhi do? For appeasement of the particular community vote bank. He had that massive majority, 414 seats in the Lok Sabha. He overturned that Supreme Court verdict. He overturned the Supreme Court verdict in 1986 by passing another Muslim women bill. So virtually, Shah Banu was not able to get even a single penny. Do you think that was right, fair? If it was not right, put NR in the chat box. He was not a child. Rajiv Gandhi was fully aware of what he was doing, denying Shah Banu and thousands of Muslim women alimony. Now, are you convinced? If you are convinced, put a C in the chat box. Put C in the chat box. Okay, thank you, Rohit. Not only that, and you know that Indira Gandhi was assassinated on October 31st, 1984. I have all the facts at my fingertips. Between November 1 and November 4, Delhi riots. More than 3,006 were murdered. That happened under the nose of Rajiv Gandhi. Under the nose of that one, do you know what he made his comment? When a big tree falls, the earth shakes. So he was justifying, he justified that massacre. More than 3,000. The wives, they became widows. Children they lost their parents, father. Do you think that is something acceptable? If it is not acceptable, put you, unacceptable. Put you in the chat box. I told you, unacceptable. So 3,000, you are justified. How can you justify that? He was not apologetic. That was done by many Congress leaders, including Kamal Nath. And one or two people are convicted. Amitabh Bachchan, he endorsed Pan Masala, Kamla Pasand. Pan Masala, cancer. And this guy, for a few crores, shameless, endorsed that product. I'm giving only one example, many things, more than that about Amitabh Bachchan. He may be a great actor. We are not talking about his acting skills. We are talking about his greed. He didn't care for. He doesn't care for. I told you, crooked people can ruin your physical health, mental health, emotional health, financial health. Ruining the physical health of thousands or millions of people. Do you agree? Put A in the chat box. Put A in the chat box. Okay, thank you, Vilashanji. And Rahul Gandhi. Facts. Lying, a crooked person will lie. Will lie, mislead the people. What did he say about the Rafale, that one? Modi is corrupt. Call Modi Chaukidar Chor hai. Number one lie. Not only that, subsequently he even lied about the Supreme Court, saying that, okay, Supreme Court also endorses his allegation that Modi is corrupt. Then the Supreme Court called him, and then he went and apologized. Are you aware of this fact? He went and apologized. He lied. And now also, very recently, plenty of lies. just this week, he made a big time lie. That is Arun Jaitley, about Arun Jaitley. Do you know that Arun Jaitley was the finance minister and law minister also? Then Manohar Parrikar, yes. Arun Jaitley, he said that in a big gathering, I watched that video. If you have not watched, watch that video, please, my dear friends. That one really made me feel angry. I felt angry. And you are saying, okay. And clearly, it is not an accident or mistake. That he is not alive now. The former minister, so he knows that he is not alive, Arun Jaitley. And he said that farm bills were introduced, and subsequently the opposition parties, they protested against the farm bills. So Arun Jaitley was sent to him. So Arun Jaitley went to Rahul Gandhi and threatened him that if he goes on with this protest, action will be taken. Who is Rahul Gandhi? I am Gandhi. I am a congressman. I am not timid. Audience were clapping. Oh, courage! Courage! Courage to what? Courage to lie. Why? Already facts. Arun Jaitley's son, Rohan Jaitley, very same day, he came and he reported that Arun Jaitley died. He passed away in August of 2019. The Farm Law Bill was enacted and passed in September of 2020. 13 months after Arun Jaitley died. And the farmers protest, and this one protest in 2021 January. So Roy MCG, I know that you are a Christian, and you know according to Bible, Christ 3 ദിവസം കഴിഞ്ഞ് ഉയർത്തെഴുന്നേറ്റു. അതുപോലെ അരുൺ ജെയ്റ്റ്ലി 13 മാസത്തിന് ശേഷം ഉയർത്തെഴുന്നേറ്റ് വന്നതാണ്. അല്ലേ? A person who is dead. Such a big lie. Are you convinced now? Then I don't have much time about the Parrikar also and the lie. Many lies. Every day he lies. When asked for an evidence, he says that water theft. Election Commission has asked him to give a oath, under oath, evidence about that is his allegation that in Karnataka, Election Commission, water theft, he is not ready. Now, are you agree? Do you agree that is a he, it's a C that is crooked? If you agree, put A in the chat box. If there are some people initially, they didn't. That's why I have provided solid evidence. So, these are some examples. During the discussion, if you want to give me more evidence, I'll be glad to give you during the discussion. Now we have to move on. Okay. Jawaharlal Nehru, C or NC? Crooked or non-crooked? Okay, this is a big challenge. Okay, Binduji, Vilasanaji, crooked. It's a big challenge. Because today I'm making you think. Crooked. And it was he who said that facts are facts. That's why I use his quote. Do you know that he dismissed many democratically elected non-Congress governments, including the government in Kerala, communist government? Using that Article 356, he abused that one, his power. And when Majlu Sultanpuri, a poet, he wrote a poem just making fun of him, and he called him Hitler. He put him in jail for 1 year. Did you know that? If you didn't know, no. 1 year, highly intolerant. Highly intolerant. Okay, Pratapji, you know. These are all facts, verifiable. If this is not a fact, I am ready to give you 1 lakh rupees, my dear friends. 1 lakh rupees if I have lied. Then what about Bharat Ratna? Do you know Bharat Ratna is the highest civilian honor in India? It is awarded by the president based on the recommendation from the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister recommends who should be given the Bharat Ratna and the President awards. In 1955, when Nehru was alive, he was awarded Bharat Ratna. That means what? I don't have to explain. Okay, I deserve Bharat Ratna. Okay. And he denied Bharat Ratna award for the Ambedkar and Patel. Now are you convinced? If you are convinced, put C in the chat box. Solid, indisputable facts. Facts, facts, facts. Nothing but facts. Okay, thank you, Roy Karyanji. This is eye-opening only if you are open-minded. I told you, I am apolitical. And I did appreciate Rajiv Gandhi for his contribution. He's a congressman. Narasimha Rao for his contribution. Facts are facts. You know that Kodathai Jolly. That woman looking innocent, beautiful, charming woman. She killed 6 people by giving cyanide. Her husband, parents-in-law, and the child. How crooked. Kodathai Jolly. Greed and lust. Never underestimate women. It is a common illusion. Women are all gentle. Women are all malakamaran. They are abalakalan or durbalakalan. No. Now comes mythology. Kaigeyi, Dasharatha, Ram. You know that mythology. He gave 2 boons. What did she do? Okay, send Rama to the forest for 14 years. For 14 years. So that is what she did. Crooked. Power hunger. Latest one. Just last week, she was released from the prison. Shireen. She murdered her father-in-law, Bhaskar Karnawar. Bhaskar Karnawar in 2009. She had an illicit relationship with another guy, one Ali. They all, and she administered chloroform and she put the pillow on this Bhaskar Karnawar. That guy came from USA. She killed him. Are you aware of this news? If you are aware, put A in the chat box. If you are aware of this news, how crooked. Okay, thank you, Vilhanaji. Many people are not aware. People don't read the newspaper. Be aware. You must be aware of what is going on in the society. Otherwise, you may become a victim of such crooked people. If you want to protect yourself, read the newspaper every day. Every day. Eight traits of crooked people. The characteristics of crooked people. You won't find this in any textbook, any book. My own original. Because I spend a lot of time in thinking. Thinking is my hobby. They don't feel guilty. They simply don't feel guilty. If a person feels guilty, he won't be able to commit such heinous acts. They don't feel ashamed. Look at Rahul Gandhi. He's not ashamed. Lack integrity. What is integrity? Integrity is you do what you say. You practice what you preach. You walk the talk. Is that what is happening now? Look at the European Union. Yeah. Again, put sanctions against India because India is buying oil from the Russia and India is funding that Ukraine-Russia war. India is funding Russia. And do you know how much they buy from the Russia every year? More than $65 billion of that one. Is there any integrity? If there's no integrity, put N in the chat box. That is what is happening. That is what is happening. So, no integrity. Crooked people there. Top guys. Crooked. The lack of honesty. They don't tell the truth. Rahul Gandhi, one person is enough. Then lack morality. Then lack ethicality. That is in a particular profession. That is why the doctors, many doctors, not all, no shame, no ethicality. Order unnecessary investigations, get a kickback from the CT scan center, labs, do the procedures. The person does not require certain surgery. Is it clear? If it is clear, put C in the chat box. I am a medical doctor, so I know this one very well. No ethicality. Thank you, Binduji. Lack empathy and untrustworthy. These are the 8 traits of crooked people. So far, is this session entertaining and enlightening? If it is entertaining and enlightening, put EE, the chat box. I want to know. Yes. Okay, thank you, Rashnaji. You will never hear a talk like this. I can say with all confidence, others won't be able to make a presentation like this one. It's a fact. Thank you, Rajiji. What are the causes? Why people are crooked? One, greed. Told you. Greed. Doctors, greedy. That Kaigegi, greed for power. He wanted to become the queen mother. Bharat, if he becomes the king, okay, queen mother. Greed for power. Kodatai Jolly, greed for, again, money. Jealousy. This one based on many. Modi is able to get highest civilian honor from more than 27 countries. The opposition party leaders are very jealous. They are trying to belittle him. And they call him Chaiwala. Jealousy. Jealousy. Do you agree? If you agree, put A in the chat box. They're all crooked. They try to. Hey, thank you, Vilashnaji. Jealousy. Thank you, Binduji. Roy MCG. Inferiority complex. People with inferiority complex, they will be very crooked, my dear friends. They will be very crooked. They will try, do whatever they can to damage another person's image and reputation. Then hatred, lust. We know that is Kodatai Jolly. That is Shireen. She had an illicit relationship. 10 kinds of crooked people. Doctors, I already explained. There are plenty of doctors. It is growing. And I'll give you a real life example also. Just recently, one of my friends in Trivandrum, he had a small fever and a running nose. And he went to a private hospital and met a senior doctor who retired from the medical college service as professor of medicine. 1 day fever, mild fever, running from the nose. And he was ordered some bunch of tests, lab tests, which cost 3,800 rupees. Consultation is 500 rupees, and gave him an antihistamine, which cost 100 rupees. And these tests, including one IgE, in America, I have not seen anybody ordering that test. 3,800 means 20% kickback right away. That is 760 rupees. So by consulting that doctor got 500 plus 760, 1,260 rupees for a 5-minute or 10-minute consult. Now tell me, is that doctor crooked? If it is crooked, put C in the chat box. This is one example. There are plenty of such examples. This one has happened just recently. So the take-home message, my dear friends, I am tired of telling this again and again. Don't go to a hospital for every small symptom. That's the problem with the Kerala. Oh, fear, phobia, anxiety. If you go there, yes, you are feeding that greed of the doctors. You are feeding the greed of the doctors. My dear friends, one CT scan radiation is equivalent to more than 100 to 200 chest X-ray. It is not a safe procedure. Online trainers and counselors. Roy MCG, he knows. In the last 5 years, I had the opportunity to be a speaker or a listener in more than 2,000 webinars. I'm not exaggerating. 2,000 webinars. Now these days, more and more mushrooming, many people are offering online courses, hypnotherapy, art therapy, NLP, TA, so many therapy. They all become experts. Some people, without any doctorate, they put doctor. They don't have any doctorate, just a degree, retired from the government service. Now they are doctors. Another gentleman, again, he was in the BSNL, and he also puts a doctor. What is, if any, changes in society now, sir? Okay, we'll come to that one during the discussion. Now, that guy again talks about intermittent fasting. Very risky, my dear friends. He doesn't know anything about medical aspects. And he even gives advice, everything on intermittent fasting. So many. They charge rupees also. Consultation. One guy, he charges 1,000 rupees for every counseling. 5 sessions, 5,000 rupees. Crooked people, there are plenty. Cyber criminals. We know cyber criminals. Judges and lawyers. We are coming to that one soon. Scientists, executives, already I showed you. Right? CHANDA, KOCHHAR, ICICI, and VIJAY, MALLYA. Cops, friends, and relatives, co-workers and bosses. I shared in the past also. Let me briefly share because some people may be new or YouTube also watching. I suffered a lot because of the crookedness of my bosses. Between 2002 and 2022, 20 years in the USA, I had to file legal cases, fight. They tried to ruin my career, my future with the false allegations, crooked. Sexual harassment complaint was filed against me. Physical abuse complaint was filed against me. Obviously, it affected my peace of mind, mental health, everything because crookedness. Crookedness. My co-workers also, when they testified, liars. LALU Yadav sentenced to 5 years in jail, I told you. This is Vijay Mallia, the latest girlfriend. Pinky Lalwani, 23 years younger than him. Both are in the UK. He is a fugitive. Billionaire fugitive Kingfisher is in UK. Before that, he was even made Rajya Sabha member, nominated by political parties in India. Judge VARMA, recently High Court, his impeachment is pending. Burned sacks of cash more than 15 crores. And he denies. There's no shame. Shameless guy. No guilt feelings, no shame. Look at him. Okay, if you look at him, oh, very dignified, a very person. And if they have caught one judge, do you think that there's only one judge? Hundreds of judges are there. Do you agree? Put A in the chat box. Hundreds of. Only rarely such people they get caught. That was he was caught because of Agni Bhagavan. Fire. Because of Agni Bhagavan he was caught. Otherwise, nobody would have thought that he was corrupt. Hundreds of judges and lawyers. And who is representing him? Kapil Sibal. Kapil Sibal is representing him. He said that he is not guilty. What did Indira Gandhi do? Electoral malpractice. Election, she won the election through malpractice. Her grandson is talking about water theft, ECI and all those things. He should look at his own grandmother. Allahabad High Court judgment, she immediately put emergency and put all the nearly thousands of opposition party leaders in the jail for 18 months. That is crookedness. This guy, Bishop Samson Orusa, he is a doctor also. Pastor and doctor. In USA, he is now convicted. 84 months in jail. He was running a pain clinic and he was giving all these tablets. And he was again fake billing. Millions of dollars. Corruption. And he's a pastor. Yeah, respectable image. Scientific fraud has become many scientific papers, research papers these days. Fraud. CHANDA KOCHHAR. 64 crore bribe. Granting the bank loan. Cunning surpasses strength. People who are cunning, they don't have the physical strength, but they have lot of mental strength. They know how to manipulate. The weak in courage is strong in cunning. Man is a truly cunning creature, Aristophanes. This one I like very much. A man may learn wisdom even from a foe. I was able to learn a lot of lessons from my bosses, my gurus there. Because of that one, I learned how to protect myself. Okay, they taught me many invaluable lessons. My gurus. In this world, only the paranoid survive. Dean Coons, do you know the meaning of the word paranoia? If you don't know, put N in the chat box. I'll tell you what paranoia means. Paranoia. If you don't know, put N in the chat box, my dear friends. Paranoia. What is happening? I'm not seeing any response. Okay, Roy Cherianji. Only one person doesn't know. Everybody else knows what paranoia means. Okay, I will explain. Still, paranoia means it's a way of thinking that involves feelings of distrust and suspicion about others without a good reason. You may not have a good reason, but it is a gut feeling. Gut feeling. I don't trust him. I don't. That is paranoia. What he says is paranoid, but he survives. Andy Grove, the Intel Corporation CEO, he has authored a book, Only the Paranoid Survives. Skills required to handle crooked people, good thinking skills. I told you in the previous talk also, the power of thinking, develop good thinking skills so that you won't become a victim. so that they won't be able to manipulate you. They won't be able to trick you. They won't be able to cheat you. Then questioning skills. What kind of question skills we are talking about? Ask who, why, how, what, where. Get the total picture before you make a decision, before trusting somebody. When somebody is promising, look at that one in Kerala, especially, yeah, 20% we'll give that total for you. Shabarinath, or Rana, or Adu Manju Tekyam. Adu Manju Take, Adu Manjam Take. People, they don't even ask the question, how? They lose all their money. For tactics to outsmart, be alert. Always be alert. Just like, my profile picture, it is a crow. My profile picture is a crow. Crow is very alert. Do you think that, can you catch a crow easily? Can you catch? If you can, say, can you? If it is a no, put N in the chat box. You can easily catch a pigeon. You can easily catch a parrot. But it is extremely difficult to catch a crow. It is always alert. He'll be looking here, there, everywhere, and the moment something like that, he like a crow. So crow is my favorite bird. Very intelligent. Be secretive. You're also never disclose your personal details to everybody. Tom, Dick and Harry. ഒരു ട്രെയിൻ യാത്ര കഴിയുമ്പോൾ തന്നെ അപ്പുറത്തുള്ള എല്ലാം പറയും. എൻ്റെ മോൻ എവിടെ പഠിക്കുന്നു, എൻ്റെ മോൾ എവിടെ പഠിക്കുന്നു, എവിടെ കല്യാണം കഴിച്ച്, എവിടെയാണ്. Okay, you are giving, and again, these days, the social media, Facebook, they put your photo, picture, and where you are, if you are going to Thailand, or if you are in France, photo. Crooked people, yeah, they know where you are now. So you are not in your home. It is easy for them to come in. So, privacy. Don't disclose. Be secretive. Be inquisitive. Always inquiring mind. Inquiring mind. What, why, when, how. And be paranoid. Never trust anybody just like that. Never trust anybody just like that. Do you find those 4 tactics that will be useful and helpful? If it is useful and helpful, put you in the chat box. You won't find it in any textbook. It is not from any textbook. It is from my own personal experience. I suffered a lot by trusting many people. Yes, many crooked people. Now I am a bit paranoid. I won't trust anybody just like that. Thank you. Upcoming talk next week, power of EQ, emotional intelligence, and power of smiling. Same Zoom link, same passcode. Now, time management. So, did you find this session? I always make a promise. Did I provide evidence to support this one? If I provided evidence, put yes in the chat box. Each and every claim, I provided evidence. Yes. Thank you, Lakshmanaji. Yes, Roy Charayanji. Yes. Thank you. And don't go away. I'm going to stop the recording, but we'll continue with the discussion. At that time, I'll be able to share more information, more useful information. Share this video with your friends and your family members if you really want to help them protect themselves from crooked people.